Hello, my gingerbread and jelly bean. Welcome back to an episode of JVLOGS. Thanks for tuning in. Now, this video, I'm doing a batch video, so you see me in the same shirt. As you can see, I'm doing a batch video. So this is the second video. I made the first one about love, so go and check that out. So this one is basically stop making excuses for not enjoying life. Stop making excuses for not traveling the world. Stop making excuses because you have a disability or because you're less fortunate. Stop making excuses because life is treating you bad. The reason why I said this, I've had an experience where I was on Facebook and I was watching this video, and it said several reasons why people should travel the world. And it was basically stating that when you travel the world and interact with people, it gives you a different view on life. You're more relaxed, you're more creative, like you tap into your creative side because you're looking at architecture, you're looking at landscape, you look at nature, you're traveling on the plane, you're outside of your bubble, and it inspires you to be a better person. It helps you to basically be different, be more than who you are, be a better you. So down in the comment section, as I always go down in the comment section, and a lady commented saying that she's 50 years old and she's been disabled for a while. She has a disability. She never stated what the disability is, and she said that she has never traveled all her life because she's 50 years old and she has a disability, and it costs X, Y, and Z for house or to pay for a house, and one long list of things, excuses after excuses. So my comment was, that is still not an excuse to not travel the world. That is still not an excuse to stay at home and wallow in the misery, not enjoy life just because you have a disability. Think about this. You have Special Olympics, and we know what Special Olympics are. It is Olympics for disabled persons who were normal, or they had a disability where they fight war, or they have one leg no, or they had one arm, or they have one eye, or they're deaf in the ear, or they can't speak, they're dumb, they can't speak, so they have to use sign language. Disability, real disability that they never even cause it on themselves, some were born that way, but they aspire to be great. They want to be involved, they take part in activity, they take part in sports, and they are represented in the Olympics, in the Caribbean Games, in different sporting events. These disabled individuals play sports and they are loved. Their countrymen and countrywomen love them. In Jamaica we have our Special Olympics team as well, footballers, track and field athletes. We have them and we support them, and we love that. We love when people bounce back. We love when people are able to enjoy life and still do things that they love. And these people travel the world. They do travel in their wheelchair, they travel to events, they travel to games, they travel. And even if they're not paying that for themselves, even if it's an expense, all expense paid trip, they still aspire to travel. They still do great things. They still exercise. They still work out. They still take part in physical activity. So we're using that as reference now. You're going to tell me that you have a disability and that is the reason why you can't travel. For instance now, moving on from the whole disability, a lot of people I've encountered in New York, young people, they say to me that I talk about car and transportation because New York have a transportation problem. The place is big and it takes a while to get from one end to the next. From me that live in Queens to go to Manhattan, it takes me up to 2 hours plus. 2 hours plus for a 15-mile journey. In Florida, a 15-mile journey in a car takes you 15 minutes. Depend on how fast you're going. If you really rev it up, you can get there in 10 to 12 minutes on the highway. In New York, they have a lot of highway, they have a lot of toll roads and stuff like that. People drive. That same drive take probably about 40 minutes or 30 minutes, the same distance. So you realize that traffic and everything has a lot to do with that. Travel from Queens to Manhattan. So when I talk to people and I say, why you guys don't buy a car and stuff like that, this is their excuse. No parking in New York. I'm like, whoa, there's no parking in New York. So I'm like, that's not possible. Just to point out that, look at this. Parking, 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 parking. See? Cars parked everywhere. So I'm like, wait, so you guys can't get parking in New York? Then they're like, oh, I live in Brooklyn, I don't live in Queens. And they start making excuse after excuse not to get a car. And it's not really, getting a car is just one of those things that I say to them, like, getting a car is not, getting a car is much cheaper than buying a house, where young people and stuff like that. It takes a while to build up your rental history, credit history to get a house. I do understand that. So you go to something more attainable in a short term, like a car. They have access to cars and stuff. So I use that as an example, and I hear all these excuses. Like, people use these excuses. You ask them, why you can't save up money and stuff like that. Oh, I don't get paid enough. Why you can't do this or do that? People make excuses for everything. So my point is that don't make excuses. Not because you're disabled, don't make excuses. Not because you're bad at spending, you're going to make excuses for not getting a larger income. Not because you're bad at something. Work on the things that you're bad at. Work on your fears. Work on your inability to be disciplined. Work on those stuff to make you a better person. Those are the things you do. Don't make excuses. Don't blame somebody else. Don't blame the system. Don't blame this and that. In some cases, you have to blame the system in a sense, but I'm just saying, personally, you don't need excuses not to do things. Get up, go out there, get it done. Motivate yourself, push yourself. Don't sit down and say, oh, because I don't have bus fare, I can't do this. Walk. Or, oh, if I don't have lunch money, I can't go to school. Go to school, there's always a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Somehow you will get help. Ask for lunch money. Ask somebody, ask a co-worker to borrow some money. Be resourceful. Think outside the box. Think of a way that, alright, this is my situation. How can I improve it? I'm disabled. How can I strengthen my disability? How can I use my disability to be a better person? How can I, do X, Y, and Z to improve my life so I can be better, so I can be happy, just like how other people are doing. So you're not the only one that's in this position. And the reason why it is important to me, because I love to travel, and then people say traveling expensive and people make excuses for everything. But you can do it. You can do it if you plan properly. If you plan properly, you can do it if you're really focused and dedicated about it. You can enjoy life. It just takes a little time. It takes energy, it takes focus, it takes determination, and it takes discipline with a real plan. And that's how you do it. People have to realize that life, you have to live for the experience. That's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. Cars and houses will go away, but the life experiences will stay with you until your last dying breath. You will always remember those fun times you had on your vacation, who you meet, people you talk to, whoever you engage with. So those are the things I'm saying. So stop making excuses. Stop using your disability as excuse. Stop using your bad habits as excuse. Just stop. Motivate yourself, push yourself, be disciplined, those type of stuff. Do it, people. Come on, man. You can more than do it. You guys can do it. Just do it. Alright, so that's where I'm going to end the video. Thanks for watching JVLOGS. I hope this makes sense. I hope I wasn't rambling too much. Thanks for watching again. I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to try and do some more batch videos so I can punch them out so everybody can enjoy the channel. And, remember to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and share for more. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Feel free to support me to Gofundme to get a better camera, so at least can start filming more. But yeah, when I'm not tired or have free days, I'll definitely upload more videos like these. Thanks for watching again. I'm out.